21. Okay, so let me pull out that. Okay, so I'm showing now the okay, so this is the board's 39.
Right, so that's part of the destination Outback, and that whole concept to do something that is a little bit more rugged, using maybe some cotton canvases or things that, and colors that are a little bit more earth toned. So, for instance, the jacket that's in the upper right corner, that's in that burgundy color, that I'm envisioning as sort of a version of a barn coat, almost.
Right.
The collar would be corduroy, and that's one of the ones that I'm thinking if you wanted to do an understated concealed carry, you could do that, because you would have an uninterrupted side seam and you could have long zippers in that if you wanted that. The top below it, I know that when you were wearing the French terry jacket, you really liked the French terry, but we couldn't really justify it because it was so similar to the hoodie. This way, I turned it into a Q-zip and have it, I'm showing it there in the red clay, but also if you look at the upper collar of the rib knit and on the collar and the cuffs, it's tipped in the black pearl. So I think it just gives it a little bit more interest. I think with that type of Q-zip construction, you could do the chest pocket zips on both sides, as opposed to just the one side on the Henley.
Okay.
And that way you could introduce French terry in a completely different vehicle than a hoodie, or a jacket, and it would just be cozy, and I think it would be a nice.
I love it. I really love it. I'm just hoping that the collar is not something that that's a problem, and that it doesn't shrink, and things like that, and it's got a really nice weathered look, and those sorts of things.
It has to be like a garment wash, pigment dyed garment wash kind of thing. And then if you move, and then I have the colors there, and I'm not saying that the colors can't go to other things that are on other boards, but I just wanted to show a lot of brown tone, warm tone, because I know we do a lot of black. It's like black, and this way, you can certainly do black, but it would be nice to start introducing some colors that are earthy, and I think that men would wear them. Going to the jacket that's in the upper left corner, the green kind of shirt coat, that I was envisioning using a laminated corduroy. It's a surface, it looks like a regular corduroy, but it has a laminated backing, which KT has tested and Karen has checked out the test results, and it is basically water resistant, so you'll get a lower duty on that.
Okay.
But because it's corduroy, it gives you that sportswear feel as opposed to like a nylon outer kind of jacket.
Okay.
And then do a quilted lining in that, the really nice to diamond quilt lining, so it's a corduroy shirt jacket.
I love it. I mean, I really do. I'm not just saying it. I think that these are some really cool ideas. I like that. So let me pull up the other board.
Okay.
That was board 39. So
this is 38.
38. Okay. All right.
Okay. So then the two styles on the left side, the jean pant and the jean jacket, I'm not envisioning doing them in a blue denim necessarily. I think you could do them in like a cotton canvas, sort of like a Carhartt, very utilitarian workwear.
Have you seen the pants from what's that name of that travel? Duluth. The fire pant fabric.
Yeah.
I love it.
Right. So something like that.
Have you seen that? Do you want me to send that to you again, or?
Yeah, I mean, the next time when you have stuff coming down, just pop it in there. But I mean, at some point, we're going to have to start showing these not just to me, we're going to have to send swatches to whoever we want to make.
Okay.
And maybe whether it's cutting a pocket or maybe it's just getting another pan and cutting that. But
your name is Greg.
But
Laura's here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Laura's now part of the conversation.
I could hear most of it.
Okay.
So I'm seeing that with like just a couple styles with a jean styling rivet, and you see the Ralph Lauren, the label in the back. I think you could come up with a great, travel, Scott Jordan, SCOTTeVEST back label detail so that it really does read like a sportswear. You can see underneath on the leg of the pant where you have that printed waistband. That's the printed Eddie Bauer inside waistband. That's how they do their main label inside their pants.
I love that stuff. Yeah.
And it's printed on a webbing, and you can also see the fabric that they use for their pockets. It's sort of a stripe, the ticking stripe, more like a shirting, which is kind of cool instead of using the silky. I'm not seeing a lot of pant companies that are using the silky lining for pocketing, but we can talk about that on the other.
I'm just really nervous with jeans. Jeans are hard. We have a tough time getting pants to fit right. When we have jeans are really that's my concern. And in looking at the way this is drawn on the jeans, I know that this is not necessarily the case, but I mean those look like fairly traditional pockets on those jeans.
Maybe this is something that we say to Richard, what can you do with these? Maybe this is something that when you get into a really specialized thing, if this is a viable product.
I'm nervous about. I would sooner do almost something identical to the Duluth pants in that fire hose material, in a different color with some additional pockets. Although they have plenty of pockets on it, that does have more capacity than a jeans. I'm anti-jean.
I'm nervous.
And I understand. And on that same board, I do have a cargo pant. I do have a cargo pant that you don't see on that. I